What's your thoughts and keys to the game?
Well, from the perspective of New York, I feel like if you watch the Giants and what they do well, they're a play action pass team, meaning their whole offense is fit off the run. So if you get Brandon Jacobs and you get the other running back going, then they'll be successful. For the Patriots, if you watch their offense, they are a quick step, quick rhythm game. Tom Brady wants to get you in a defense and keep you in that same package so he knows what you're doing and he's going to manipulate his routes and do the things he can to beat you. So if the Giants can get, Tom Brady off his spot and they can run the ball, they'll be successful. If not, then it'll be a Patriots game.
That's good. That's good stuff. All right, well, you're the offensive coordinator for the Giants, not the Patriots, the Giants. You're the offensive coordinator. How are you attacking the Patriots defense?
Well, definitely, I'm not going to try Wolf. I'm going to let the big dog, I'm not going to let him eat. I mean, we're going to have to get on the corners. I got to get him going sideline to sideline. I might let them linebackers beat me on the running game. I got the big backs, I can pound it, I can break you down. And then when they're not, like you said, it's based on play action. So once they get them tightened up to the line of scrimmage, then I'm going to take my shots. Knowing the defense, the New England Patriots didn't have the best one this year. So they are weak in the corners. And the matchups on the wide receivers, I give to the Giants this week. So there are opportunities to get there, but I think it's all going to start between the tackles. But just don't try to go down and come up the gut against Big Wilf, because it's going to be a long day in there.
That's good. Roman, you're a former Patriot. What is Bill Belichick thinking, and what do you feel as though his strategy is based off of what Mo just said regarding the receivers? Cruz has had an unbelievable season. Hakeem Nicks is an unbelievable local talent here, Independence kid. What do you feel as though he's telling his undersized cornerbacks versus the Giants' talented receivers?
Definitely being physical. I think you have to hit Cruz. Like Mo said, they're definitely outmatched with the Giants receivers versus the defensive backs of the Patriots. So I'm thinking Bill is telling them we got to hit those guys. That's the only way to negate, throw off their timing, throw off the speed. So I'm saying they're going to be in the face of Cruz trying to hit them any chance they get. He'll probably be the guy that they double if they double anyone, and then they'll try to get the safeties to, maybe you can't double everybody, but they'll have a safety over Nicks or Cruz, and they'll hit them early when they're getting off the line. As far as the backside of the backfield go, I think the outside pass rushes, because Bradshaw is a good receiver out of the backfield, that'll take precedence. Hitting him will take precedence over the rush. So if the back is on your side and he's coming out, before you pass rush, hit that back to help those linebackers in coverage before you rush the passer.
That's good stuff. James, you're the defensive coordinator for the Giants. You're a current player. Can you give us a current player's perspective? After the season you guys had, you studied film, you're watching film, you know what Brady's about, you played against him, but now you're the defensive coordinator. How are you personally stopping Brady?
Well, what you have to do is you have to give Brady different looks. You can't give him an opportunity to see what you're doing, because he's probably one of the smartest quarterbacks I've personally played against. And he'll come out to the line and he'll look at you and he'll wait a second and then he'll call out your defense to you and he'll laugh. And so if you gotta disguise well, you gotta give him different looks, and you gotta really keep a blanket on Gronkowski, Hernandez, and then Willis Walker. If you don't let those guys get loose, then you got an opportunity to slow them down.
That's good. Nate, you're probably the brightest offensive line in the room. Can you come up and share your keys for us real quick? Come on. And yeah, right here.
Hey, what's the criteria on that? His shirt, or we talking about middle of the pass?
It's the shirt.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Mike, I'm going to need you too, Mike. First, we're going to hear from Nate.
What am I talking about here?
Your keys to the game.
Oh, my keys to the game. You know what? I think really my key to the game pretty much goes with my gut feeling. I think that, we've all heard about, the Giants front four and how much pressure they can, put on the quarterback. I know they brought Mike up to talk about the defensive side of the ball, but I mean, I can't start without mentioning the Giants defensive line. I remember probably maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I first heard the phrase force rusher, and they said it was a position that the Giants, one of the defensive line positions, one of their guys was known as a force rusher, and I've always been a fan of those guys, Strahan and Hugh Manure, and just the amount of pressure that they are able to apply to a quarterback. But I think, you know, we've all heard, you know, and seen how great a quarterback that Tom Brady is. And to me, the thing that makes Tom Brady such a great quarterback is that he truly understands that, you know, other guys have jobs to do as well. Brady, you know, you may occasionally see him make, you know, the spectacular throw, or, you know, you very rarely see him pull the ball down and run, but it's about reading defenses, recognizing coverages, and putting the ball into the hands of the correct playmakers, and not only putting the ball in their hand, but allowing them to, you know, make plays as well. People ask me all the time, you know, what do I think, you know, makes a great quarterback? And for me, you know, it's understanding the offense, but it's also understanding that the other 10 guys around you have jobs to do as well. And you know, a guy like Brady, he keeps his cool, he keeps his composure, but he puts the ball in the plays of his, he puts the ball in the hands of his playmakers, and he allows those guys to go out and make plays. I mean, a guy like Wes Welker, you know, the rapport that they've built over the years has been amazing, but you always notice Brady doesn't hold the ball. He reads coverages well, he gets the ball out, and he gets the ball in those guys' hands where they are able to turn to then go out and make plays. So I think if, you know, if Brady continues that, you know, the Giants, the Patriots may have a chance to be successful, but I just feel like the Giants have the Patriots number. I don't know what it is. It just seems like, you know, those guys up front give Brady a hard time.
Good evening. Right, Natron, you just said it. Front forward.
Front forward.
That's what gives the problem. Yes, sir. I don't care which team you look at, which team is playing. If you have pressure, like the Giants give, every single play, every down, those guys are going to be in trouble. I'm talking about New England. When you can have your front four cause that much chaos and disrupt the timing of the routes, you have to understand that New England is a time route offense. They want to get the ball back, get it to those guys' hands, and let them make moves. If you have the front four and the front four only disrupting this offense, Brady and the Patriots are going to have a long on the other side of the ball. If Vince Wilfork has that kind of penetration and that kind of success like he had against the Baltimore Ravens, New York was in for a long day. So when it's all said and done, guys, the defensive line for the Patriots or the defensive line for the Giants, depending on who plays the best, that's who's going to win the game. I guarantee you. It always comes down to that.
Before you leave, what position did you play?
Well, I guess I was one of those impact inside rushers. I played 7 years in Cleveland 3 in Denver, and I ended up my career with 61 sacks inside as a defensive tackle. And if you equate that probably to a defensive end who gets all the glory, outside linebackers, that's probably equivalent to about 75, 80 sacks. I'm being honest.
Roman, we've heard a lot of breakdown, we've heard a lot of keys, but we have a special crowd here. We need to hear some stuff that nobody else will know. We need what really makes Tom Brady special. I mean, the little stuff in the locker room. Does he go and spend 20 minutes in the bathroom right before it's time to come out? Give us that little stuff that we wouldn't know. Is he real boisterous in the locker room? Or is he using foul language? I mean, give us some stuff nobody else can find out.
I don't want to tell all the secrets now. Now, Brady's, he's definitely a vocal guy. He kind of grew into that role after he emerged in 2001. Accepted the role and embraced it. What Brady does is he just works hard. He's the first one there usually and the last one to leave. He's in on his day off. Most quarterbacks are required to be, but he's always doing more than what's required. That's why he's so good. He studies, he works hard, he takes care of his body. He does all the right things. He's very professional at football. He takes it very serious. You know, he puts a lot of pressure on himself to win and do well. But he usually does well because he knows he's put the preparation in, and it just kind of filters throughout the team. Also, like they mentioned earlier, Brady is a guy that looks for information. He studies film. What they call is, they look for they look for the rat, they call it, the guy who's giving away what the defense is. So they know a lot of teams try to disguise before the game, but he looks at that one guy, he looks for that one guy that's going to give it away, whether it's a linebacker, whether it's a defensive back, and he's trying to figure it out. If he doesn't know it, he'll send someone in motion. The Pats they don't motion a lot. The only reason they motion is to figure out what you're doing, okay? Because that's not really a part of their offense. So when you see someone motioning, Brady just wants you to show what you guys are doing. They want to see how you adjust. If you run a guy over, that gives them one information. If the guys just slide over and no one runs over with the receiver, that's telling them something else. So he's always a guy looking for information, and if you give it to him, he's a guy that can capitalize on it, and that's why he's been so successful.
Mo, share with us real quick, throughout the whole day and throughout your whole time playing in that Super Bowl, if you had to take one thing that you enjoyed most about playing in the Super Bowl, what would it be?
I lost. I mean, there's nothing enjoyable about it. Say memorable. I can give you plenty of memories, but I hated the whole experience. I lost. But honestly, man, I mean, it's the hoopla. I mean, when you come out, I've been coming out ever since I hit college in front of 87, 90,000 people at a time. But it's something about coming out that tunnel and they introduce your team as a whole team. It's not a starting lineup anymore. It's not the offense, one defense. It's the Oakland Raiders or New England Patriots. You come out as a unit. And I talked about the other day, it was 02 was in the Super Bowl. And I still remember the heat from the Flames coming out the tunnel. I mean, and I done came to many games, but it's just that memory. And when you come out and all them light bulbs start going off, like you're going to see the kickoff, it's a dream. It's a dream come true. I mean, you worked your whole life for it. It didn't turn out the way I wanted it, but I mean, it was a dream come true. I just remember just the whole atmosphere. You had to take a second just to absorb it. I mean, just 1 second, because you had a lot of work to do, but that one moment was worth it.
All right, we're gonna, Natron has a piece on Eli Manning.
Yeah, you know what? I forgot I got caught up in the Brady craze for a minute. My man crushed on Tom Brady, but I want to talk about you know what? And you know, there was a lot of hoopla at the beginning of the season, you know, debating whether or not Eli Manning was elite. And you know, I won't obviously try and make a case for him here today, but you know, his numbers have just steadily improved, and he's done some amazing things, and I think it's all because of his temperament. You know, it seems like he has the perfect mannerisms to be a quarterback in New York City. The guy right across the hallway, Sanchez, is having a lot of problems, but it just seems like Eli just has the perfect temperament to be a quarterback in New York City.
All right, we're going to ask Roman. Rome, this is the last one. This is it. I mean, wow, you had 3 Super Bowl victories. I guess all of them were special, but if you had to just share one thing with us regarding what you got from one of them or all of them, what would it be?
Well, nothing's better than the first one. The first one's always the best. What I learned, number one, just from a football standpoint is, you know, I didn't go to the playoffs. That was my 11th year. That was the first time I ever went to the playoffs, ever had a winning season, and I was fortunate enough to be on a team that went all the way to the Super Bowl. So, you know, you appreciate being able to be a part of it, but after being on so many teams and losing for all those years, you really realize how important teamwork is. You realize how important it is for every guy to do their job. You know, there are a lot of guys that say, yeah, I want to win, but if it means you have to take a lesser role, or they only want to win if they can be the man. But sometimes on a team, you have to be willing, if you really want to win, you have to be willing to take a lesser role. Sometimes, you know, that's not what you want to do, but if it's for the, you know, the betterment of your team, you have to be willing to do that. So I really learned how to win, you have to be unselfish. You really have to be a team player. It can't just be about you. And that's how that experience was that first year winning, and it really opened my eyes to what it takes for a team to win, to really have those type of guys that are willing to be selfless and put it all on the line for a team just to have that success.
All right, thanks, Roman. We got one last question, then we're going to open it up to you guys to ask any questions you may have. James, today is the Super Bowl, it's the Giants versus the Patriots, but guess what? You're a Panther. We want to know your perspective on maybe 1 to 2 really big things the Panthers have to do so you have the opportunity to be in this game.
Well, I feel like what Ron was just talking about, that team chemistry. I was here 2007 when we went to playoffs against Arizona, or 2008. But the one thing that was different about that team than last year's team was just something simple as a defense. Every week we had dinner together, every Thursday, regardless of what was going on. You put your plans on hold outside of football, and the whole defense met, and we had dinner just for that chemistry. So for the Panthers to be in this game next year, on the field stuff, it'll work its way out because we have the talent, we'll have the players, but it's the chemistry, it's the teamwork, it's the selflessness that you need for guys to make it to the next level, and that's what I think we need next year.
All right, thanks. We have enough time for a couple questions. Any of you guys or ladies have any questions you want to ask any of the guys? Any questions? Yes, sir.
Yeah, how do you prepare for a little extended halftime from, I guess, from 2 standpoints, obviously from game, and also from just physically not getting tight or things like that?
Great question. The question was, how do you prepare for the extended halftime? The Super Bowl halftime is, I don't know, what, 15 to 20 minutes longer? How do you prepare for it?
Well, what we did, we took a nap actually. I took like a quick. Serious. I mean, you hydrate. You know, you get a massage if you can. You stretch. You get stretched out. They have bikes in the locker room where you can go and just keep your muscles warm. So everyone does it different. Some guys go back and put their headphones on and treat it like it's a whole totally different game, and just try to get rehyped and just to finish it up. So everyone's different. What they ask you to do is, as long as it doesn't interfere with someone else's preparation, you kind of do whatever you need to do to get ready. But like I said, I laid down a little bit, try to get a little cat nap just to relax myself. And then the last 15 minutes or so, got on the bike, got my headphones, tried to get myself re-energized and hydrated to go back and finish.
What about you, Mo?
I went and took me a Toradol shot.
You got to explain to us, what's the Toradol shot?
Toradol shot is something to make you feel like you're 12 years old. Make everything feel good for the next 6 hours. With that, the B12 shot, I had to do it all. Us big guys, we take the full ride. Every snap we on the field, we there. So taking a nap, if I took a nap on the Super Bowl, I don't know if I would have got up. So I spent my halftime walking around. I mean, I was at the point, if I sat down, I might not have got going again. So we had to keep it moving. We kept it moving. We had a big controversy that weekend, so that fueled a lot of energy too. I started and said I went AWOL on us 2 nights before the Super Bowl, so we had problems. So we didn't have time to relax. We was making adjustments. We was playing against a defense that knew all our calls, playing against a head coach that built our team. So we didn't have that peace and calmness in our locker room. There was a sense of urgency. We had to keep it moving and just keep it coming.
All right, that's good. All right, any more questions? We got one more?
Yeah, I want to hear each one of us.
That's great. You're a step ahead of me. That was the next question. Well, I mean, we're going to get these guys' picks, then we're going to see who's the favorite in our room right here. So first, we'll start with James. Who you got, James?
At the end of the game, when the clock says 0-0-0, the team that has the most points.
Roman?
I'm going to go with the Pats because that's where my heart is at. I do respect the Giants. I do like Eli Manning. I like that team. I'm just going with my heart. I'm going to go with the Pats.
Okay, Mo?
I'm an AFC guy. No offense, but I hate the Patriots. But I hate Eli Manning, Peyton Manning, and Archie Manning even more. So I'm going to go ahead with New England. I'm going to stay on AFC.
All right, so the panel is favored New England. Now,